What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This is the channel where I give my nerd reviews. On today's nerd news, I also give reviews on movies and TV shows. And today's TV show I'm giving a review on is Stranger Things Season 3, or if you just look all over, it just says Stranger Things 3. So yeah, I usually, if you guys haven't seen any of my reviews, I pretty much just give a general idea of how I felt about the show or movie, and then I pretty much go on to tell you positives and negatives. So this season was fire, flames. Anyways, all I know is I went into season 3 because if you got everyone that watches Stranger Things, season 1, great, amazing, like it was just like, oh my, like it blew people's minds how great it was, right? And then season 2 was pretty good, but there was like some slow moments. Some people didn't like the episode where like Elle or Eleven, she went on her own to try and find out more, because that eventually didn't even up to like nothing, because we all thought that, you know, for her finding other numbers and finding out about her mom, like maybe they would come to join in at the end to beat the thing, when in reality it was just her by herself. So it was kind of like wasted, you know what I'm saying? Like we really would have liked to have seen the other ones come in and help them take out the Demogorgon, or you know, just the monster, right? So this season, it starts off, you know, Dustin, he's off and he's just coming back. You know, he was calling people on walkie-talkie, but you know, Eleven and the boys or whatever, the whole crew's back, and they kind of give him like a surprise, like, oh, welcome home. But we see that Eleven and Mike are girlfriend and boyfriend, are making out like crazy, and you know at that age that's all you think about, so that's all they're doing, they're thinking they're making out. And this, I'm gonna just tell you right now, the story of this was so much better. In fact, I feel like this is the best season. I like this season the best out of all 3 of the seasons. Granted, I do love number 1, but number 3, it was just so good. It hit on all points. It utilized everybody in like such a great way, because even though there was like, you know, throughout the season everyone was kind of split up, like there was different sections and groups of people, in the end they came together. It was so perfect that they were all doing their own thing, which they normally do in Stranger Things, but they were all doing their own thing, and then it all eventually came together, and bam, you know, they're all working towards the same goal. Even without knowing that they are, even without knowing that each of them is doing that, you know, like there's sometimes they don't see each other for the whole season until close to the end. And the monster that, you know, that was tentacled monster, I forget what his name is, that introduced in season 2, he's back in full force. He comes to this world and he takes over Billy. Billy is Max's older brother, which they introduced Max in last season, season 2, and Max is dating Lucas, you know, interracial kind of thing going on there. But Billy, if you don't know, like Billy is what's Billy's name? It's Billy. I got the thing right there. Oh, Dacre Montgomery. Yo, this dude, he is a spitting image of a younger Zac Efron. I'm not even, like, I see him and all I see is a younger version of Zac Efron. Like I'm putting up pictures right now so you can just check it out and look at it. But like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong that they don't look like the same people. But he was also in the new Power Rangers movie, which I did like. If you guys don't check it, it's pretty good. But anyways, him as Billy, badass, you know, he's a badass, and this one, he gets taken over, and it's throughout the show, you kind of feel bad because you know he doesn't want to do these bad things. He's fighting, he's trying to fight it, but this thing is just so strong, it just takes over, and then I feel bad for the people that are getting killed and eaten, and you know, this is, like I said, a spoiler-ish or whatever. I'm not trying to spoil everything, but there's some people, like, it dawned on me when they start breaking down, like sort of what the rats did, like they explode and come together to make the monster. When that's happening, I'm feeling bad because I'm like, they can't come back. Like, they're done. Like, once they dissolve, there's no coming back to like a regular body. It isn't like, oh, once you kill it, like the people will break off and then form back into the regular bodies. No, they've just broken down bones and turned it to mush to make this monster whole and full. So people that I didn't really want to die. Like, I felt bad for, you know, the girl that gets taken kind of first. I feel bad once they start breaking down and making this monster. Dustin, he's awesome. He's one of the favorite characters. You know, Lucas, I do like Lucas. Lucas was like, he was like the more mature one as far as, because now he has a girlfriend and he's trying to teach Mike what's going on, but except, you know, they're still young. And then 11, she's coming into her own. Like Max, I do like the fact that Max was kind of like a bad influence as far as making it seem like all girls are good or whatever and like boys are wrong. But at the same time, she helped 11 become her own person, have her own style, because she was just locked away by Jim. And she couldn't go out. She was just girlfriend to Will. So they were just making out all the time. She never went to a mall. She never did anything as far as what a kid does. So she got to dress up, which part of me was wondering, where is she getting the money for this clothes? Because, like, I'm sorry, you going shopping all, like, I didn't realize that, you know, Jim was giving you an allowance if he didn't allow you to go out anywhere. You know, that's what was kind of weird to me. I'm like, how are you just walking into stores just coming out with clothes? Having a whole wardrobe? Because I know it might have been cheaper back then, but it's still... You know, that's one of the things, one of my little issues that I had. But overall, Jim, Winona Ryder's Joyce, like, yo, their connection, and this show did such a great job of taking characters that you didn't think you would care about or like, and made you. Like, say for instance, Lucas's little sister. When I tell you she was a pain. She was such a pain. Like, I want my free samples. Now get to it and get me my free samples. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was such annoying, but somehow I was watching this and I'm like, they're making her real annoying, so they're probably gonna do they're gonna have an arc with her. I know they're gonna have an arc with her because they're making her too annoying. You know, that's what they do. They make people that you're gonna hate, and then somehow they make them likable. They make you by the end of the show, and that's good writing. You know what I'm saying? To make the person likable by the end, and by the end you do like her. You do like Erica. You know, they say do it for America. You can't have America without Erica. I'm like, I guess you're right. But yeah, she was great. The Russian scientist, the one that Jim and Joyce kidnapped, you end up liking him so much. So by the end, it's like, oh my god. But yes, you like him. And then the interpreter, the guy I forget the guy's name, who's friends with Jim. That he was in season 2 where he got what's it called? It was Nancy and Jonathan. They went to see him, and then he was talking. He's always telling people that they have tension with sex, and so he said the same thing with Jim and Joyce, and it like made it awkward, but it was so great. Jim Hopper, like, he was badass in this. He was like definitely like, yo, he did not care. He was beating up the mayor. He was just trying to get answers because he's still trying to protect these kids and protect Joyce, and it's just so great. And one of the best moments is with the never ending story with Dustin, because one thing I called it too. People asked me when the first episode, because I didn't get to watch binge it all in the first thing, but Dustin, when he was talking about the girlfriend, trying to have them hear his girlfriend from far away with the radio, and everyone's like, they don't believe it. I was like, yo, I bet you in the last episode she's gonna pop up. That's what I was. I told someone, and when the person got to the episode, they were like, oh, you were right, because you could see it. Like, why would he lie? Why would he construct this satellite and all this BS and bring you guys out to lie? No, there has to be a girl. So I knew the last episode probably was when you're gonna see it. It was just amazing. Never ending story. La 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 la. Never ending story. La 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 la. Anyways, that was awesome. The monster itself fighting 11. Her getting injured and, like, you know, with her powers, whether it's gonna come back, whether it's not, it's great because she can at least be a regular girl. We were all sad pretty much though at the end to find out, you know, like, Will and Jonathan's gonna have to move away with Joyce, but they're taking 11. It's just like, oh my god, like, people died in this that you really didn't want to die. You felt sad when they died. It was just such a great, like, I don't know. It's just so much to try and describe and talk about, because everybody in this thing was great. But I tell you like this, right? Forget about the Russian. Oh my god. I was telling people when I was watching, I was like, the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, yo, is that a callback to the Terminator? Like, literally, that Russian, if everything screamed Terminator, from the haircut, the accent. The dude literally took hits. Like it wasn't phasing him. Like at the end when he got his head slammed, when Jim pulled him close and he got his head hit by the collider thing that was spinning. Like, I'm sorry, anybody else's head would have just getting just massacred. Somehow it hits him and I barely see a scratch. So this dude, like, was he superhuman or something? That's one thing I wanted to find out, because that Russian, like Jim, he put in his work, tried to take down a guy, but the dude knew how to fight, and he was like the Terminator. He was on the move. He was always walking slow, and just like goosh, just shooting. Like, yo, like I said, like, watching this, I love the callbacks in this series, because that was so blatantly Terminator that literally all you had to do, like, if his name would have been like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Ronald Schwarzenegger. Like if they did something like that, it'd been crazy. But y'all know that's I had to say it because it was just so fun watching this show. So many great moments, so many different callbacks to 80s, the music, the environment, the movies, or Back to the Future. Yo, everything was just so awesome. So, but that's all I had to say before I go back to these kids, yo. These kids, I'm just telling. I've heard someone ask, as far as these child actors, which one do you think is gonna kind of shoot off, right? And everyone's saying Millie Bobby Brown, right? Because she won a Golden Globe for her portrayal of Eleven in Stranger Things season 1, right? And then she's gonna be she was in a Godzilla movie. She's gonna be what's it called? Holmes. What's the name? Chewie Holmes or she's gonna be the younger sister of Sherlock Holmes in her own like movie or whatever. And granted, I did like her. And she was definitely better in season 3. She was definitely better in season 3. I like the way she acted, and you believed she was maturing and becoming a woman. But I'm sorry, she was not that great in the Godzilla movie. And I have to give it to Finn Wolfhard. For his different character that he played in what's it called? In It, he was awesome. And then he's still good in this, but he's definitely different. He's a little bit more nerdy and geeky in he's like more the badass and the jackass that makes jokes about everything. So I see him taking off. Some people are saying the girl Max, Sandy Sink, she was good, but I don't know. Then you've got what's her name? You got Robin. Oh, she was so amazing being introduced. Being introduced, she was an amazing character being introduced, and I want to see more of her. But crazy or not, Robin is she's Ethan Hawke's and Uma Thurman's daughter. That's who she is. She's their daughter, Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke. So I'm definitely planning on seeing more of her. But as far as the children, I believe Finn Wolfhard. Lucas, sure, he's probably gonna. Well, he was in the what's it called, the New Edition movie. Three-part movie. So yeah, he's doing his own thing too. And then you got Dustin, who's doing these commercials for Verizon Fios and all that stuff. So they're all doing their thing. But I think the one, as far as acting wise, I think Finn Wolfhard. He's gonna be the one that's gonna be he's gonna be a name to remember. He's like, I just see it. He's got those chops. So I'm not bashing any of the other ones, but I think he's gonna be the one that's gonna be up there when they, like, say 10 years from now, as far as actors that have just made it. I love this show. If I had to give this show a rating for its grade, oh man, I think I want to just give it a 9. No, not sorry. I want to give it like an A. But a part of me wants to give it an A+ because it did such a great job. And then with the spoilers at the end, you don't know. We may have a Stranger Things season 4, but maybe not including these people, the kids that we grew to love, which would suck because that's what made the show so great. The whole thing of these kids are sort of like the Goonies, which is why I'm rocking this shirt. They're like the Goonies, but sort of like Sandlot at the same time. And it's like throwback of childhood, and then like all the throwbacks and stuff about the 80s, the Ghostbusters in the season 2, just all the memorability, all the callbacks and stuff like that. It was just so great watching it. So A+. I give it an A+. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna give it an A+. It's the last one. I'm giving it an A+. That's how I would feel. I thought it was just awesome. I could watch this. I think I would just watch the season again because it's so good. So that's my review. Tell me what you thought about season 3 of Stranger Things or Stranger Things 3, and comment down below. Like this video. Remember to subscribe. check out my last review, a movie review, a show review, or check out my playlist of reviews. Remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you've just been notified. Catch you guys on the next review. No.